Hey everybody, PittCaleb here with a new video. I am in the process of moving, and it has occurred to me that I've been carrying around some little artifacts for the past 40 some years, and it's kind of time to be done moving them because I'm not going to display them, I'm not going to do anything. Even the Coke bottles don't have any real value. So let's start over here on my left, your right. These are Wheaties boxes and Frosted Flakes boxes from the 1991 and 92 Stanley Cup Pittsburgh Penguins. These are cereal boxes that are 30 plus years old. This Coke, oh my God, the color of it is crazy. This Coke also includes an envelope with Time magazine noting that Coke is changing, and we went to new Coke in 1985. So that means these bottles of Coke were saved as the last bottles of original Coke that you could get. But new Coke failed, so we went right back. So these have no value anymore, but they are almost 40 years old. So the question is, what am I doing with them if I'm not going to move them? Well, I went out and bought a new box of Wheaties and a new box of Frosted Flakes and a new bottle of Coke, and I think it's only appropriate that we do a taste test. Are you ready to join me? So we're going to start with our newest item, least likely to cause me to die, 1992 Stanley Cup champion Frosted Flakes. I have no idea what these are going to look like. Oh my God, the box has opened. So let's check the other box just to see if maybe it's still sealed. The sealed one might be a little more well preserved, so we do have a preserved version here. This is why you should always buy backups. All right, we can't get it out, but it is definitely sealed. So we're gonna rip this open and pour ourselves a bowl. They don't look any different. Brand new box, just bought it the other day. By the way, this had a price tag on it. One of them had a price tag on it. Maybe it's the Wheaties. This is a brand new box that I purchased just the other day. Much different type of bag. These are a lot whiter. I'm assuming that's sugar and not mold. Do we have any penicillin in the house? All right. I did read one of the YouTuber TikTokers that did this died. Oh my God, that tastes good. That tastes great. How old are these? 1992, that's 8 plus 32-year-old Frosted Flakes. Crunchy, sugary, tastes great. Just for comparison, we need to try the new ones. These taste really good too. These taste sweeter, even though these have more white, but that's probably the mold and mildew and stuff that's gonna kill me. On a scale of 1 to 10, these are a solid 7 or 8. Next, we have a 1991 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champions. We got a nice team photo on the back, the great photo on the front. These have a price tag on them. $2.87. I have no idea what they go for today. So when we opened the Frosted Flakes, the first box was unsealed. These ones are sealed. So I have never been a fan of Wheaties. but they are breakfast of champions. They don't look bad. The best thing about this Wheaties box, it features the Watt brothers on it. Also, Pittsburgh connection. Oh wait, there's an expiration date on these. These expire in March of 2025, so they have about a 1-year expiration date on them. I could look, but it's probably the same for these. These are probably a little past their prime. This was purchased just a couple days ago. We do have a very big difference in color, but they're also 30 years old. They could have changed. They feel crispy just like the Frosted Flakes. The Frosted Flakes really are just Wheaties with sugar, am I correct? So we'll try the old ones first. There's a little bit of an odor to them. No taste whatsoever. A little bit on the bad side, but like I said, I've never been a fan of Wheaties to begin with. Let's see how a regular Wheaties tastes. Oh, if these are a 10, these would be a 4 or 5. Just bland, not as much crunch. No foul taste though. So that is what 30-some-year-old Wheaties taste like. Now we have an 8-pack of Coke from 1987? 1985. So these Coke bottles were purchased the week prior to Coca Cola going to New Coke. Now that was a short-lived experiment. These were meant to save the last bottles of the original Coke, but they quickly reverted back because New Coke was a failure. I'm sure there's a ton of YouTube videos you can watch on that topic. But I've been carrying these around and it's time to not do that anymore. I'm amazed at how well the holder has stayed up. So these bottles have a great variance in color. Some of them still look black, but at least one of them was brown. That's kind of strange. So we're gonna pick one that looks the best. And when I say that, I really want to open this one too. So I feel like I'm opening an old Egyptian tomb. No fizz whatsoever. No corrosion on the cap. It held its seal. Oh, it just smells like syrup. Oh, if you saw, there were bubbles that came out of that. So this is what a new one looks like. Way more bubbles. So I'm not afraid of dying because Coke is like the most acidic thing you can do. So having this as an emergency backup will save me. Smells very sugary. Tastes really bad. Really bad. But man, I haven't had regular Coke in forever. If this is a 10, the standard, this is probably a 2 or a 3. But it's not that bad. Yeah, maybe it is. Let's wash it down. Well, that was fun. I am not food curious or food experimental, but these were safe items that I was comfortable with in their original state. It was just how old are they? That said, if you happen to have some really old food lying around the house that you want to maybe taste test, hit me up in the DMs. Maybe we'll figure something out. Anyway, until next time, cheers.